So I talked to this nurse practitioner yesterday, and she said that your gut can really only absorb 500 milligrams of vitamin. Oh, wait, no, that was vitamin C.
Yeah, then there are people who megadose on vitamin C. I took 6 grams. So why?
Snorted it.
You can't overdose on vitamin C. Like you said, there's a limit that you can absorb, but people, I never get sick. Okay. So, Autumn, I have something to report to you that's a bit disappointing.
What?
They only had Hubba Bubba.
Oh, no!
And it's not...
Throw it away!
It's not straight up watermelon. It's strawberry watermelon max.
Oh, but it's cool because it has the outline of green.
Oh, you like that? Okay.
No,
good.
that's neat.
All right, I'm glad I found that then.
Yep. Ooh, does it smell so good?
Yeah, I'm gonna save it until I see you next time.
Okay.
So
It'll have cobwebs all over.
Yeah, it's gonna be a year and a half. It's gonna be stale. Let's see if there's an expiration date on this. Best by June of this year. Which means it may have been sitting at the store for a while. It's been sitting.
What a life that Hubba Bubba has had.
Yeah, who knows how long it's been sitting there.
I've been there for 30 years.
This is the thing, though. They can't, straight up watermelon's not good enough anymore. It's like, we got to take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. The kids don't like already outrageous flavors, bursts of sugar. It's like, let's add strawberry to that watermelon.
At least it's not, I feel like the new gum is a fruit with a minty flavor, and I think that's real weird. Like strawberry breeze, and it's, strawberry and winter mint or something.
Outside of the gum, too, just regular mints have that going on.
Like, I don't want a cold strawberry.
Minty strawberry out of
freezing
the frozen tundra.
Yeah.
Dropped by the exploration.
Like, I can't taste the strawberry because my mouth is so frozen.
So somehow the mint and the strawberries have to get to the frozen tundra where they have to mix and live.
That's the only way they survived.
They were frozen.
It was that old TV show trope where it was like, we're stuck in the snow and the only way to survive, we don't freeze to death, is to have socks.
Is that the solution?
Yeah, don't you remember that from TV shows?
I thought it was to eat each other. I didn't know having...
that comes first.
I didn't know. Yeah. Ooh.
Ew,
crude and rude.
Donatello.
Wasn't that Raphael?
No. Donatello's rude but crude.
No way.
Yes.
No.
Michelangelo.
Leonardo leads. Donatello does machines. Raphael is cool but rude. Give me a break. Michelangelo is a party dude.
Don't say pizza around them. They go crazy.
Unbelievable. Donatello.
They all look the same.
That's racist.
Turtleist.
Yes. You'd think that the human race is superior to the turtle race? The turtle race?
Turtle race. The tortoise won in the race. Are we the rabbits?
Turtle doves.
Our turtle doves. Splinter.
Shredder.
Krang.
April O'Neil.
Oh, and Riff Raff? No.
Rocksteady. Bebop.
What? Bebop. Rocksteady. What the fuck?
What was Bebop? A hog?
I think so.
A warthog or something.
Warthog.
And he had that cool mohawk and chains, from what I remember. Cool gold chains. He was...
Bebop. What are his name? Like Bleep Bloop.
People like nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're talking about that thing I liked when I was a kid.
Remember the Nintendo game?
The first one that was impossible to beat?
Yes. Which is the one that has the above, map of the streets?
That's the first one.
That's the first one? Okay.
Yeah,
that's the one I played mostly.
Then there was the arcade game, which was the side-scrolling fighter, kind of like the Simpsons video game. But they ported that to Nintendo.
Okay.
And then they continued that style from there on out. One, I think, was Turtles in Time. Was another game like that. I don't remember how they traveled through time.
Pizza!
I wish...
Oh, fuck!
Pizza!
Oh, pizza! Oh, God!
Well, the turtles don't have sex, so what gets them off? Pizza.
Pepperoni. Oh, and it was always so drippy in the cartoon. It was always dripping down the sides.
Slimier, the better.
Yeah. Ew.
I wish they moved at actual turtle speed, even though they were larger. The whole show was one punch.
So 5 minutes left for the real topic. Welcome to One Topic, where we try to stick to one topic. My name is Autumn Fisher.
My name is Greg Russ.
And we had a tough choice between two wonderful topics today.
We're not going to tell you the other topic because we don't want you to compare.
No.
And this one may, I don't know, surface level. I don't know if it's boring or not. It's something we'll have to deal with. And the reason, Autumn, it's my week to pick the topic. I chose it. It's because I'm a greasy fucking mess. That's why. It's relevant to my life right now. Today's topic is hygiene. Look at this. Look at this. You see this hair? You see me in this video, chat?
You do look a little shiny.
You want to? Yeah, little shiny. I could take a frying pan and rub it on my face and it'd be greased up perfectly for some fried eggs. They wouldn't stick at all.
Okay, you could cure a cast iron.
I'm out of deodorant. I ran out of deodorant and I haven't gone to buy more deodorant in several days. I found a small travel one, which is an antiperspirant, which I can't stand because I don't like the way it clumps and the hair sticks in it and it keeps you from sweating, which is bad. I've been using that, but anything that I need right now to take care of myself, I'm somewhat neglecting.
Okay. Do you have toilet paper?
Yes, I still have some toilet paper.
Okay.
But I haven't made a run to... Let me tell you this. There was a point when I didn't have the toilet paper, and then I had to use the paper towels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to come out.
What do you do with the toilet? You don't put them in the toilet.
Yeah, I make them flush. I contribute to the fatbergs in the New York City sewer system.
No, you're not supposed to flush paper towels.
I know you're not supposed to flush paper towels or other hygiene products.
Oh, yeah.
Flush
other things, too.
Feminine hygiene products, and yeah, it appalled you that I flushed condoms.
Well, listen, it's not like I haven't flushed condoms in my day.
I don't want them sitting around. I know that it's not right, okay? You know, I try to live my life in a respectable manner, and I don't think that I'm above any rules, but I guess there is a situation I'm like, you know what, I'm going to break that one.
This goes away. I don't see any problem.
Yeah, there's no problem.
This doesn't ever come back to bite me. It just disappears.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Just mixes in with the rest of the stuff. I also dump food into the toilet because I don't have a garbage disposal. I'll throw some food away, but I like to make soups, for example. I make soups quite often.
Oh, you told me this.
And what are you going to do with the broth in the soup? You can't throw that into a bag. I could pour it down the sink and strain it, I guess, but that's a lot of work. So it's organic material, and I throw it into the toilet and I flush it. And the best is when I make a borscht, which is a beet soup, and it's red, and the toilet looks like the most god-awful thing happened in there that you could imagine. It's not just doesn't look just like waste. It looks like someone was slaughtered in the toilet.
You should at least be recording the sound of the soup hitting the toilet so that you can make an audio library of puking or something.
Yeah, I'm the Foley artist who he's known for the most realistic pukes in the business.
Mm-hmm. I find that the pea soup is more conducive to puking. Do you have one of those drain things in your sink?
That's my reaction to that. This actually was on my list. It ties to hygiene because, we talk about personal hygiene. You asked, so I'll get to it. Hygiene can extend to you keeping your space clean. Mm-hmm. There's one thing. I ride the subway. I hold on to the subway poles. I don't wash my hand. I eat a sandwich. Whatever. Germs don't really bother me too much. But drains disgust me. Drains. It's where all the filth goes. It all funnels to the drain. And when there's food stuck in the drain, for example, picking it out is the most cringe-worthy thing I can think of. Makes my skin crawl. Digging in, pulling out. I know you're talking about the strainer, so it makes it easier.
Yeah, you don't have to. You just touch the little handle part of it and dump it in the trash.
See, if I had one of my vomit sound effects, I could play it right there.
Yep.
No, I can't do that. I can't. So I use the toilet as my personal
disposal.
It's
that
not.
grosses me out more.
It's and sometimes you're pouring the soup in and it splashes up on your face.
No.
And there was another time I was dating Molly. No one knows or cares, but it's just easier to say names. So that girl that that woman, I was dating Molly, and she was trying to make some caramel, and it burned, or it was burning. And I said, "No, we got to get rid of this. Pour it in the toilet." And she poured it in the toilet, and it instantly solidified, and it got stuck. And so she reached into the toilet. There was nothing else in it, but she reached in and had to pull it out. I would not hold her hand for 2 weeks. I was like, I'm not touching. I know where that hand has been.
She had to did she just reach in the water, or was it like down in the thing?
It was down in the thing.
Oh God!
Where everything else goes.
That would be my absolute last resort. I'd be like, get me a hanger. Call a plumber. I'm not reaching in there.
I think eventually, because it was caramel, it would have dissolved, but it was really clogging the thing. So
you got to put like hot water. Okay, we're not gonna figure out how to fix this old problem. What I'm saying is, I would never reach into the thing. Oh my God!
No,
never.
I'm with you on that. It is absolutely disgusting.
If my beloved pet hamster, which I don't have, if it fell into a toilet,
what would its name be?
I'd be like, I guess, Hammy's gone. He's gone.
Hammy. You would flush Hammy. Hammy's in there squeaking and swimming and trying to stay.
No, if he's in the water, that's fine. I'll scoop him up. But if he's down in the thing, bye.
What if he's still alive down in the thing?
I can't. I'm not reaching in there. Somebody else is going to have to do it.
Yeah. I mean,
now listen, if we had gloves, if there was a glove situation.
It's still, yes, you're not technically touching it, but it's still...
not like a medical one, but like those dishwashing ones.
Yeah, those real thick up to your elbow gloves.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this is going to disgust you. I was taking a shower the other day, one of the few showers that I've been taking.
Okay.
I'm unemployed, Autumn. And I'm not even depressed, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel happier than I did when I was employed, but there's like motions you have to go through when you're got to go to the office, take my shower now. I don't know why I'm not showering as often. The other day, it hit 5 days since I'd taken a shower. I washed my hair in the sink once, but I'm thinking about my body. My feet were smelling like salt and vinegar chips.
Which you kind of like a little bit.
There is, because while it's gross, it does. I like vinegar, so what are you going to do?
If it was somebody else's feet, that's different. But when it's your own, you're like,
It's like smelling your own farts.
Yeah. You're like, okay. Woo.
I don't like smelling my own farts, but I know that most people will.
But I don't like it, but it's not as offensive.
No, it's not for some reason. Isn't
it crazy when it is, though? You're like, whoa.
What is going on in there?
I am sick.
So anyway, I finally took a shower, and my apartment, this building's well kept for the most part, right? You've seen it. They take care of it. I've lived in some real shitholes in New York where ceilings are caving in, cracks in the wall. They don't fix things, and how dare you even ask? I ask for things, and it gets fixed here. But they're old buildings, and I haven't had a real problem with mice at all. But I did see one several months ago, and I went to the store to get some traps, and they only had the glue traps or the poison traps. So I just wanted a regular trap so it would die. The glue ones are inhumane. The thing's alive and it's gnawing its feet off. And then you gotta smash it and kill it. So anyway, I put out these poison traps, and, eventually I came home and the mouse was just dead under the TV cabinet, sprawled out. And I was thinking, what if it died under the bed? And I wouldn't have known. That's an aside. The other day, because I left these traps out, I got in the shower, I'm washing my hair, 3 minutes, I'm not paying attention. I look down, and there's this, I take off my glasses, and I can't see, and there's like this mass of darkness. I'm like, what? There was a mouse in there. There was a mouse in the shower.
Oh my God, he was dead?
He was barely alive. So I found a hole near the tub where maybe this is where these things came in, and then in the bathroom there was a trap, and maybe, I don't know how the poison kills the mice. I assume at some point, though, they're very thirsty. This is my theory. And went into the shower to look for some water, and then it was barely moving. And this is what's awful. I didn't see it. I turned on the shower, and you turn on the hot first, so it was like scalding water. And this thing is in there, and I don't see it, and so it was subject to that. And then I get in, and this grosses me out less than drains. The dead, half alive mouse, and I scooped it up with the dustpan and I put it in the trash.
In the trash?
Yeah. What else am I going to do with it? Flush it? I can flush the mouse too. Flush everything else.
Put a condom in the trash, but you'll put a dead mouse? What kind of priorities?
I took it out immediately. I threw it away. And then
then you took out your trash?
Yeah, I took it out and I put it in the big trash can down there. And then at that point, not my problem. It's the super's problem. The super takes out the trash to the curb.
Well, that mouse, it was dying in there. It was
barely alive.
Poor mouse.
Then I scalded my hands, though, and the dustpan because of whatever germs were on it. I scalded it.
Why don't you just wash them?
Because the scalding kills the germs.
Yeah, but so does the soap.
I don't want my soap touching that. Well, I don't have bar soap anyway. So
you don't?
I guess I could have used body wash. I like body wash.
Oh, no. I'm a soap person.
A bar of soap person.
Yeah.
What, did you use a washcloth at that point? Or you just rub it on your body?
I'll rub a little bit on myself, but it's mostly on my hands, and then you scoop around with your hands, your soapy hands.
Yeah, and you get all the crevices with that, too.
Yeah, I have to explain to Ellie how to get the crevices, which is really weird. Because when you tell her to clean her, wash your butt, she washes her butt cheeks. And you're like, no, you got to get in there.
Yeah, you really
Did you touch your butthole? That's what I say. Did you feel your butthole? You have to make sure that that's the part that you're cleaning. She's like, yeah, okay, good.
That's a proper way to clean, but I don't want to touch my butthole.
Really?
That's why I use one of those things.
Loofah?
Yeah. The ball of mesh.
Of plastic.
It's great foaming action.
But that's what you put in between your butt cheeks to clean your butt?
Yeah, just put it up in there. And then I scald it when I'm done. Scalding is my answer to everything.
So wait, what about everything else? You don't use your hands for anything?
Washing my body?
Only use yeah.
Well, I think it's great. That thing cleans you, it exfoliates, and it foams at the same time.
I like the exfoliation part of that, but I don't use those at all. I just use my hands.
I use my hands to wash my face. That's about it. And my hair.
Yeah. You use the loofah for your hair.
Yeah, but, sure, using your hand, you have to teach your kids how to properly clean.
Yeah, it's weird.
You tell her to clean behind her ears?
No, I should, because sometimes they're gross.
It does.
And I like to scrape them.
What comes out?
I know, they get a little caked up. And not a lot, just a little bit in the back folds of her ear, the little deep crevice between your ear and your head. And I'll feel there sometimes. I'm like, ooh, I want to scrape it. And she's like, no.
Just
doesn't like it.
Buildup of skinny grime.
Yeah. Yeah. I should tell her. I feel like that's such an ancient way of talking to your kids. Wash behind your ears.
Well, there's a reason.
Yeah.
Those folds, it does get disgusting there. What do you do with it at that point? You should collect it. Well, you get enough of it.
Put it in a scrapbook.
You get enough of it and you show this is what grows behind your ears if you don't wash, and make her smell it.
I have her feel it. I'm like, feel this.
She probably likes it.
She's at that little stage where she's eating her boogers, and she knows she's not supposed to, so she hides. I'm like, I know what you're doing.
I never ate my boogers?
I did when I was little, and then I remember hiding from my dad. My dad would say stop doing that, and I was like, okay, and then I went under my blanket while we were in the living room together. That's what I'm doing. I'm eating my boogers. And then I stopped. I don't know why I stopped. I just stopped. And then I thought of it again. And I was like, hey, I used to do that. I'm going to do that again. I was so grossed out. It was disgusting. What am I? Ew.
What was the appeal at the time? The saltiness, I assume.
I don't remember any. I don't remember anything about it. I just remember doing it. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay.
I just used to pick them and wipe them under the couch.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, kids are disgusting, right?
Yes. I did the same thing. You wash, okay, so it's been brought up with me that I don't wash my hands.
After you go number 2.
Yes.
I don't know why I don't just say poop.
It's better.
Number 2.
Number 3.
Autumn goes number 2 and does not wash her hands.
I do wash my hands. I wash my hands. But if I'm at home and I'm just going to the bathroom and it's not like, a horror show down there or anything. It's like a quick situation. What did I touch? Nothing. I didn't touch anything. So I'm not going to wash my hands. I will wash my hands before I handle food. I will wash my hands when my hands feel weird. You can kind of feel when your hands are dirty. I do wash my hands an appropriate amount in a day, but not necessarily after I go number 2.
Which I think is maybe one of the... Okay, I shouldn't say... It's everywhere. Filth is everywhere. Feces is everywhere. So in reality, you get your toothbrush near the toilet. It's an awful place to keep it, even if it's in a cabinet or you have one of the little caps on it.
Ooh, the cap seems worse. Like you're enclosing the moisture.
Oh, I agree with that. I don't use the cap. That's really... Yeah, that you're creating a universe for bacteria.
Yes.
It's a big bang for bacteria. If they talk about their history, it's like there was a toothbrush and someone put a cap on it.
Yeah, it was struck by lightning and now there's a civilization inside your toothbrush.
Yeah, that's the way it would start. I don't do that either, but there is feces everywhere. But the point with that is you're very close and you're in proximity and toilet paper is porous. And so if you didn't directly touch anything, it's still... I don't have the answer. Maybe there isn't any concentration that's out of the ordinary on your hand after it. I assume there is, though. We should get some tests run on your filthy hands.
But, okay, so you might win in a petri dish, as far as who has the filthier hands. You might win that you don't have as much filth as I do. But who's to say what's more healthy?
Scientists.
And what would they say is better? I mean, just because there might be more doesn't mean that... I mean, maybe I shouldn't be in contact with people with compromised immune systems or something. Do you know what I mean? But mostly, it's probably fine.
You're certainly right with that, but there are some bacteria that, we haven't grown immunity to, and that can really hurt us, and a lot of that is found in feces.
I mean, I've never gotten E. coli or anything that's associated with filth like that. Filth? with poop. But, I mean, I get colds and things but that's because I'm being around the kids. And the kids are in school.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't feel like I've ever gotten anything... I mean, I don't even have, yeast infections or anything.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
I'm glad you don't get those. How do those start?
An imbalance of your flora and fauna.
Yeah,
it could be anything too. It depends how sensitive you are. I'm kind of sensitive, and I can't have scented soaps or toilet paper used to be scented. Gross.
It was.
Yeah, I remember my grandmom having rose-colored toilet paper.
Yeah,
and it would smell nice.
And did she also have a puffy toilet seat?
Yes, it was green.
Which those things harbor. We're talking about hygiene, but this is really should be germophobia.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue.
Oh yeah, I'm real sensitive, so I can't have anything like that. So, I mean, oh yeah, having new sexual partners was always my vagina would blow up. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening? Something's different. And then it would get used to everything. But
that's
it's like a little ecosystem, a little balance. That's why douching is bad, right? Because it's taking away the good sort of stuff that's down there. You're erasing everything, but there needs to be stuff down there.
Yeah, that was the extent of my knowledge about it. I knew it was, a quite sensitive place with a lot of stuff going on. That's it. I didn't know what would tip the scales, throw the balance off and cause a yeast infection.
It just depends.
An ignorant man. That's what I am, Autumn, so fill me in. You filled me in.
Your vagina. A vagina is weird. I have one. It's weird. It's weird because everybody's is so different. And there's a lot going on. If I was a man, I would be very intimidated. Yeah. I mean, I guess I would be biologically driven to explore that. But
Yeah,
without that, I just feel like, whoa, it's a lot going on.
I think that the drive to explore that tops out at I need to get in there.
Yeah. Let me in.
That's it.
What can I put in there?
Once you're in, you don't think about what's actually in there or what's going on. which is a shame. But the fact that you say it's weird that they're all different. I think of people's faces. Everyone's face is different, so
Yeah.
it shouldn't be that strange.
That's true. I guess penises are all different too.
Yeah, sure.
But it's just like out there. A penis is just like out there. Hello.
Yeah, but if you're not circumcised, you got to take care of the thing.
Yeah.
Well, let me wash it anyway, right? But but there's extra care I think that goes into it.
I think so.
Again, I don't know.
Yeah, Pete's uncircumcised, and I don't know what to do. We have a listener, Al Brown, you're his spirit animal. He gave me some tips on what to do.
He did give you tips.
He did, and he was like, I hope this is not weird. It has a huge potential to be weird, but I was a little bit like this. I mean, I've never dealt with an uncircumcised Pete. This is the most I've seen of one ever, and I was a little bit lost. I knew in your childhood, especially like your babyhood, like don't worry about it, don't touch it, just treat it like it's nothing. Just wipe it. You don't have to like do anything to it. But then as you get older, you have to sort of do things. And I don't even know that. Yeah, I'm not even there. But once that kind of thing starts to happen, I might text Al Brown and be like, hey,
got a question for you, Al.
Let me send you a picture of my son's penis. Does this look normal?
I don't know if you need to go that far. Here's what you need to do. If you want his input, you would have to fly. The picture thing, you can't do that.
I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that.
I know you're not going to do that. Okay. But you fly Al in. Al, I'm flying into town. I need you to take a look at this.
Right.
I got the spare room. You come over and you stay. If you need guidelines on how to stay, listen to our last episode of this podcast. Yep.
I'll make you dinner. We'll plan dinners.
And then tell me and then get out of here. Thank you.
Yep.
There was one time I pretended I was uncircumcised and I took masking tape and I put it around the end. And I walked around uncircumcised.
When you were a little kid?
I was probably too old for it. I don't...
Around your house?
Yeah, in front of a girlfriend, so that can kind of put you can date when this happened based on that. I'm not going to tell you the exact age, but it was way too old for pretending to do such a thing. I was probably, or I'll tell you, I think I was 25. And then the masking tape.
Way older than I expected.
Oh yeah, it sounds like something a kid would do.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be funny. I found some masking tape and was like, well,
how'd it feel?
It stuck. Like the tape.
You're sensitive?
The masking tape in my mind's not that sticky.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what kind of chemical reaction took place in contact with skin and sweat, and it hurt getting off.
I bet.
It really, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done. This is stupider than the time I put Band-Aids over my eyebrows because I pretended I burned my eyebrows off, but I didn't, and when I pulled those off, it pulled out half my eyebrows. This is worse than that. So the joke wasn't that funny to begin with, but it became a lot funnier.
Did you go to school and say you burnt your eyebrows off?
I saw... oh, boy. These episodes are really embarrassing. Like, I've brought up some dark shit in my life, and this is the most embarrassing stuff.
One time I went to middle school, and I put a bunch of blush over my eye and said that I had a black eye. And then my teacher thought that, because I hang out with all these boys, she was worried that they had beat me up or something.
Yeah, that's the thing. Where'd you get that black eye? That's a question that adults are going to ask.
Yeah, I hurt myself. I fell skateboarding. That's what I said.
Which is always I'm not saying that can't happen, but think about falling off a skateboard. The eye to me is that's the...
Yeah, it's all sunken in. You got to get to it.
Yeah, then it would be a broken arm. You go in. Yeah, did it look good? I guess it looked good if you were fooling the teacher.
I was in the bathroom touching it up.
Throughout the day.
And I remember she talked to me afterwards and was telling me, she was making sure that the boys that I hang out with weren't beating me up. She was an idiot. She also thought that I had the heroin spoon on my bag. She was stupid.
You went to the bathroom to touch up your black eye.
Yeah, I was like, I got to keep this going. So what was the deal with your eyebrows?
I saw it on an episode of Hangin' with Mr. Cooper.
Oh my god. How old were you?
Too old. I don't.
Too old.
I don't know.
25.
Ninth grade,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
maybe. I don't know. That has nothing to do with hygiene. But what a stupid thing. We got there naturally, though. I think the flow took us there because we were talking about uncircumcised penises, and
Yeah.
But I have no input on that one. I just scrub it.
So showers. I don't shower every day.
How often?
Probably every 3 days.
Sexy.
And sometimes I think that I might. I mean, I don't smell. I don't put out a lot of smell.
Neither do I. I've never thought autumn stinks today.
Yeah, but I bet. I mean, if you got in there, my butt would probably stink. I mean, I'm just guessing.
Anyone's butt's gonna stink.
I guess.
I think. You wipe it. We're just focusing on that.
I wish that I had a bidet. Travis and I are seriously talking about adding not like a separate toilet bidet, but just like adding that special toilet seat.
That you should do. That you should definitely do. And when I was in Tokyo,
yes, the best.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
The toilet seat's heated, and then it's got different angles. So if you're a woman, you can also clean the front with the thing. And
Love it.
And there's different intensities. And I'll tell you, you walk with a pep in your step. Like, wow, I didn't even know this was possible. Just using straight up paper, I don't think is clean enough. And so to go back what you're saying, because we're just using paper, there's stuff left behind, then sweat gets in there. It would stink there. But, I'm not sticking my face in your butt like a dog.
Nice to see you.
Or people or guys who like to take dirty underwear and smell. Why?
Yeah.
Why, if there's someone I'm attracted to, the last thing I want to do is smell their dirty underwear because it would kill it for me.
Yeah. Probably the stinkier, right? Like go run, take a jog in these, and then I want to smell them.
Some people like that. Stinkier, the better. The shiver that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like I maybe should shower more. So I don't want to wash my hair every day.
Well, I don't think you need to wash your hair every day.
I know. I have a shower cap.
Yeah, get the shower cap, put the shower cap on.
Yeah.
Keep that dry.
I feel like I should wash my body more, I guess.
I think.
But even then, I mean, we're not made as humans to be cleaning ourselves this often.
No, a lot of that, I think it comes out of a few places, right? Once the people have the ability to do it, it does prevent the spread of disease.
Right.
That's been shown. But also then you get the whole industry of self-hygiene, self-care products that pop up. It's like, do this every day. So you use more of our product and you have to buy more. It's really,
right.
And people buy into it.
And it takes away like oils that your skin can produce and your hair shinier. But I mean, the oils are bad for most people because it makes your hair look all greasy.
That's the way we're supposed to look, right? But no, you got to have the beautiful flowing, voluminous, bouncy locks in order for men to like you.
So how often do you shower?
Well, it depends. In the winter, it is less because I don't feel like I get as sweaty.
Oh yeah, and being in New York in the summer,
when you have to
I
walk
bet I would want to shower more if I were in that situation.
It does become somewhat daily
because you're sweating more.
Yeah, it's just so humid, like it is many places on the East Coast. But
you're out in it. You're out in the
you're walking
climate
in it.
More.
You're walking in it, and you go a few blocks, and your back is soaked, and it gets disgusting.
Yeah.
And that's the first part, the shirt sticking to your back. I stopped wearing boxer shorts for that reason. I used to wear boxers as underwear. But in the summers, I got so sweaty, and I switched to boxer briefs. More of a cling. That way it doesn't feel as... You get sweaty, things get stuck, they get bunched up. And then you're trying to adjust in public.
You're walking in that weird way, like wide legs.
And you're doing exactly. Or you're trying to adjust in public, and people looking at you.
Oh, you're hanging lower. It's hot.
Yeah.
Boxers are not the way to go.
So I made the switch. But when I do shower, I have a skin condition.
Yeah.
We've talked about my face dandruff before. And my head will it will start flaking all over the place if I don't, I have to use Head and Shoulders. I've used it most of my life.
What about T-gel?
I think I use the T-gel. It's very expensive, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have that kind of money.
We use
on
the
them.
tea gel in this house.
You like the tea gel?
We call it Travis gel.
Doesn't smell good, right?
It doesn't.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
But now I associate it with Travis and I like it. It's Travis gel.
Yeah, he smells like this chemical.
Weird charcoal brown shampoo.
Fire truck going by, in case you can hear that.
He also has a skin thing, and he got some medicines that's like a steroid and something, and you mix it together, and he only uses it when it's like happening.
I wonder if we have the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't. How do you
It's like
pronounce
psoriasis.
His
mom calls it psoriasis.
What I have is like seborrheic dermatitis, and it's just on your face, on your scalp, behind your ears, and on your chest. That's it.
Do you have patches on your arms or anything?
No, it doesn't. This one doesn't go there. It's amazing. It just is from very specific spots, and it's hard to keep under control at times. They did give me a steroid cream for my face once, but then they said don't go out in the sun.
Oh,
I don't go in the sun that often, but even when I did, I felt it. I feel like
really?
It heated up. My face heated.
Yikes!
So I stopped using it. Point is, if I don't shower enough, that sometimes it also ebbs and flows. It's not always bad. But if it's
it would be the opposite. Like the less you shower, the sort of calmer it is.
well, that's the thing. You got to find a balance because if I don't shower, then it can build up and it's gross.
Is it a fungus?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Gross.
a yeast. I think it's a yeast. In the times of stress and too much sugar eating, especially.
Oh, really?
I think it feeds it.
I decided today that I'm going to try and eat less sugar.
That's a topic for a different time.
All right, sugar.
I guess that could fall under it's more health and not hygiene. But
Yeah.
there is a mental hygiene aspect to things, and I'm sure that eating less sugar contributes to a better state of mind.
Probably. We'll find out. Less sugar.
How much sugar do you even eat?
Probably way too much.
What does the
Yeah.
intake look like?
What's that?
What does the intake look like?
Well, I'm sugaring my teas. For a while I was trying to just have 1 cup of tea with cream and sugar, but I was having like all day cream and sugar teas. And then I don't know. I felt like I had to have sweets in the house, like cookies, and I bake them. So like I said on our diets episode, that it was like, if I make it, then it's healthy.
But they're so good. And here's what I had the other day. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, dark chocolate. York Peppermint Patty.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mr. Softy, the truck. It sounds like a porn thing, but, the ice
The
cream.
bad porn.
The ice,
Soft.
yeah. You can't get it. The ice cream truck.
Let me try.
I was just walking, and it was there, and I gave in to impulse. I was like, give me... And instead of just a regular ice cream cone, I was like, give me the waffle cone. It's like a giant...
Oh, yes.
And then I bought ice cream later in the night from the grocery store. And this is going to contribute, and so, my face starts to get all scaly and flaky. You'll know what's going on.
I plan it. Like I can feel, it's almost like an addict where it's like, I'm planning ahead to what garbage I'm going to eat, And once that starts, it's like, that's that fugue state where it's like, I'm just doing it. And I can feel on the sides of my brain saying like, hey, this is that thing. Don't do it. I'm like, no. You know what I mean? Like I'm it's like easily ignored and pushed to the back, and I just do it. And then I think afterwards, like, why wasn't I present in that moment? Why didn't I do that thing that Greg said to do, which is like, wait 15 minutes? And sometimes I am. I think when I'm closer to my period, and I'm more like that. Whereas right now, I feel like I'm far enough. I'm a little bit away from my period. Maybe I'm like ovulating, and so I feel very in control. Like when I got back from New York, I had just finished my period. And so I was like all over the place. I was drowning in the house. I felt like the house was out of control. The stuff that I needed to do was too much. And I just was like overwhelmed. And now that I'm sort of through that, and I think that I'm ovulating, maybe I'm like, I got it all. I can do everything. Lists. I'm going to do everything on the list. I'm like organize my thoughts more easily. And that means I can make a list for our hygiene topic that we're talking about today. I'm just trying to bring it back to topic.
No, I don't think we got too far off topic here.
Okay. I just realized in the middle of that this is not the topic.
Well, again, mental hygiene, which diet does play into. I think I don't know enough about it. We talked about this in the diet episode, but there's that connection to your brain, your gut, and your brain.
Oh,
that people are really starting to study. Mm-hmm. And so I'm curious, where you go when you stop eating so much sugar. It's very difficult to do, though. And if you do that 15-minute trick, even if you put it off 15 minutes, and then after the 15 minutes you give in, you're starting to train yourself And then the next time, if you can go another 15 minutes, so you go 30 minutes, and then eventually you can get there. So it doesn't need to be right away, but it's a good thing to do. It's very difficult to get away from that. And
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, do you have any rules about your clothes?
I'm assuming you have rules, so set me up with this. Tell me about your rules.
More like, how long do you go before you wash your jeans?
Remember those black pants I was wearing when you were here in New York?
Yes.
Still wearing them. They were clean when you came. In preparation of
2 weeks ago?
In preparation of your visit. This Friday will be 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I in preparation of your visit, I put on clean pants. I was like, I'm gonna put on clean clothes for autumn.
Oh, thank you.
And I've worn them since.
That's not bad. It's a week.
It's a week something. Pants, I will go for quite a while. There's a point where pants start to feel so grimy. And you can feel it. They take a shower, you get clean. It kind of defeats the purpose when you put on dirty pants. But you get to the point where you take the shower, and there's the contrast, and then you take them off, and then I will clean them. How long do you wear a pair of
pants for a long time? Especially because I feel like I fit better in them once I've worn them for a day. So I don't want to give that up. I don't want them to be tight again.
Yeah, you wash them and dry them, and they shrink up a bit.
Yeah, they're too tight. Yes. And I don't want to go back there. I want to feel good in my pants.
I understand that. Sometimes I put on pants after they've been cleaned, and I'll push my arms into the leg holes after they're on and try to stretch them out.
Walk around like that?
Yeah, I want them to be a little stretchy. I don't want them to be so tight. But you have a washer and dryer in your place.
Yeah, that's the best.
Which is very nice. I feel like
it's the first time in a long time that I've had a washer and dryer.
I feel like if I had access to that, I may wash my pants more often. The fact I either have to go drop laundry off and pay someone to do it, which comes out to be because I do laundry once a month at most. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it goes a month and a half. And I drop off 25 pounds of laundry, and it costs me $30 for someone to clean it, which is always strange. They fold your underwear, and what a job. I guess they're clean at that point. Or I go do it myself. That's part of the reason I wear pants for so long. So I am judging you. You've got access.
Socks?
You can only wear socks a day. That's one thing I got to switch quite often.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you got? What do you have?
I mean, like 3 times, maybe. It's not a hard and fast rule. It's just like...
all day? So you put the socks on in the morning. Do you sleep in the socks also?
No, I don't sleep in the socks. And when we come in the house, we take off our shoes. And so maybe I'll take off my socks. No, I don't wash them that often. When we do our laundry, it's the majority of it is Travis's clothes. And he's got piles and piles of things, and I've got like this tiny little amount because I don't wash my clothes very often. Shirts sometimes are not a once wear.
So in the winter, when I'm wearing button-up shirts or something with an undershirt underneath, the top layer doesn't get washed that often.
Okay.
Which, it's the one that's exposed to the filth in the city. It's probably dirty too.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't touch my skin, so I draw the distinction there. I will wash undershirts. I can't. That is one thing. I don't really stink, but if I wear, this shirt I'm wearing now, this is a shirt I actually had on yesterday, and that I slept in, and then that I'm still wearing today.
See, I change out of my pajama. Also, I have pajamas, but I've just been sleeping kind of naked. Not totally naked, but kind of naked. Ooh. And so, but then I get out naked, and then when I get up, I put my clothes back. I put my pajamas back on.
Sorry, I had to shiver.
Oh, it's okay. Can you imagine someone sleeping? Oh god.
So you have sleeping naked. Let me get the drooly pillow. So you come home one day and just your pillowcases are stolen.
Smells like your head.
Yeah, the drool spots, the drool stains. Right, so you have separate pajamas.
But I don't wear the clothes. Like if I sometimes if I'm wearing a t-shirt that is I'll just put pajama pants on, and those will be my pajamas. But then I will take those off and save them for another night. No, I'm not going to wash them, but I always change out of my sleeping clothes.
That's the way to do it. The way I sleep in a t-shirt and underwear, and that's it, no matter the time of the year.
Really?
No more, no less.
Never less.
No, I don't. I feel exposed if I sleep shirtless.
Yeah.
So someone came in with a knife, it'd be harder for them to stab me if I had a shirt on. I don't. It's not based in logic.
No, it just feels better.
Yeah. So in the summer, quite often, I don't even sleep under the covers. It gets so hot. I turn the air conditioner to 60. I try to get as cold as I can. I'll still sleep on top of the covers. But changing out of the clothes that you're wearing during the day to get into bed helps keep your bed cleaner, I would assume. Like, if I'm crawling into bed in my dirty clothes, it's making the bed filthy, too.
Yeah.
And then cleaning the sheets.
Oh, how often do you do your sheets?
Not as often as I should.
Yeah, you remember that story we did on the von Hessler doctrine where it was like, bachelors are how long do people keep their sex sheets?
Yeah,
remember?
they presented the amount of time that these people keep the sheets on is morally wrong and horrific. And I looked at that number and I said, no, I keep mine on much longer than that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember what it was. It was like 18 days or something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I think 4 months on these sheets. I think
a quarter. I wash them once a quarter.
I got 4 sets
Seasonally.
of sheets. And then because sheets,
I would say honestly like twice a season I probably am washing my sheets, unless it's like obviously these are dirty. Like unless it's an anomaly, but if things are just going, nothing seems out of place. I like the way that they feel. I'm not changing. Like they're fine.
I'm with you on that. Again, it's like a feeling.
Maybe the sex is weird though. Like if you have a lot of sex on your sheets, then it's like they probably smell bad. You're rubbing your butt all over them, probably.
I think about that too.
Yeah.
People sleep naked in their butts, and we're back to butts. No, with again, not having a washer. The sheets are a pain. I take the sheets off, and then I put them in my dirty laundry at the bottom, and then I put the clothes on top. And when I do laundry, quite often, I pull everything out and like, next time for the sheets.
With a good intention.
And then it gets to the next time. No, next time. Because it adds to the weight. So it costs more money. Or washing them yourself can be a pain in the ass. When you have
do you then take them back home and put them back on your bed?
No, I have several sets.
Okay.
So I
just have to imagine you just had one set.
No. Yes, I'm just sleeping on the mattress.
Yeah.
That's not happening, no.
Next time. I'll get you next time.
The set I have on there now, though, I have a queen size bed shoved in this small apartment, but the fitted sheet's the proper size, but it's too slippery. And in the middle of the night, it slips off and it exposes the mattress, and it drives me insane. It's mostly when Christina's staying over. The way she tosses and turns, and when she rolls over in the middle of the night, she grasps onto every piece of fabric possible and rolls.
Does she really?
And twists with it, and the whole bed. If I sleep in the bed, I don't think I move much. It's like there's a corner folded down if I'm under the covers, and then it's like, all right, that's easy to make this. The bed is destroyed after outside of sex. It's just like, what happened? It's in essence, I should change the sheets because I'm pretty much putting everything back together on the bed at that point. But I don't, because then they have to go be washed. I don't feel like doing that. And then there's times though. This is whatever. The whole show is not portraying me in a great light, I guess. But I get belly button lint at times, and sometimes I'll pull it out when I'm in bed. I'm like, oh, now what do I do with this? Because I'm too lazy to get up and to go throw it in the trash, but I don't want to throw it on the floor. And then so I have good intentions, like, oh, hold on to this. I'm about to get up, like in the morning usually.
Okay.
But then I get on my phone and I forget, and then the lint gets into the bed.
Like you've forgotten you were holding on to it.
It's building up.
I don't have a lot of belly button lint.
Well, you don't have hair. I think the hair traps it in there.
Yeah.
And I'm not even that hairy on my stomach. It's just really my chest, but there's enough, and it traps it in there. It's a strange thing.
Yeah.
It migrates. I just assume there's because it's threads, right? It's small pieces of fabric and skin, and it all migrates to the belly button and then gets trapped in there. I know, weird.
It is weird. Maybe other places it's the same amount in other places, but it's easier for it to come off. Whereas in the belly button, right, it's like a little negative space with hair around it, so it's like cages it in almost.
It's like a whirlpool.
Yeah, it's its own little universe.
And the whirlpool sucking everything, a black hole.
So a couple more things. The dentist. How are you with the dentist?
I'm good with the dentist. I go twice a year.
Wow, really?
I get cleanings twice a year. There was a period last time I was unemployed that I didn't have health insurance, and then I freelanced for several years, and I just went without health insurance. I didn't go to the dentist. And I finally went back to the same dentist once I got health insurance. It had been like 4.5 years. Mm-hmm. And I was ready for them to yell at me, and then they did kind of yell at me. Like, even if you don't have insurance, it's $80 to get a cleaning. You should still do it. It's preventative care. It's like, yeah, I understand. And then what is the person who cleans your teeth?
Dental hygienist?
Yeah. She said, but there's not much plaque buildup. Some people just don't get a lot of plaque. Thank you. I'm one of those people. And I never floss. Well, I floss there's periods I try to floss. Mm-hmm. I get it in my mind. I know it's an important thing to do, but then I don't really do it often. And
don't you feel like you can tell when you need to floss?
Yeah. And I think, I don't know what it is. It seems to be fine. I never get yelled at for that.
Yeah.
At the dentist. So you don't go, though, that often, it seemed like.
Well, it turns out I don't. I would, if you asked me on a paper, how do you go to the dentist? Like, yeah. But I haven't been since we've moved. And we're going on 4 years.
Oh, since you moved to Maryland.
Yeah.
I thought since you moved into the new
June.
place.
No, since we moved here.
Wow.
2015. No. Yes? 2015?
Yeah, 2015.
Woo!
Count those years flying by. Look at that. Your teeth look nice, though.
They don't hurt or anything.
They're in good shape.
They're crumbling in the back, but I don't.
Here's the thing with that. You can have cavities. They don't actually hurt until they get to the nerve, which is really bad.
Yeah.
And then at that point, it's, oh, wow, root canal time. You know?
No, but they hurt before they get to a root, don't they?
The nerve? No. You can have cavities that are somewhat small, and that's why you go and they catch them and they fill them, and then you can save the tooth. If it gets too bad, they're killing that tooth.
I see.
Root canal. They get in there, they got to scrape all the pulp out. And then
I've seen videos of it.
And then they grind the tooth down, and they put a cap on it. I've had to have a root canal.
Really?
That was the one thing from not going to the dentist, because I had a filling that had come loose, so bacteria got under the filling. And if I had been going to the dentist, they would have caught it. And by the time I went, the filling had fallen out, and it's like, oh, and then it was starting to hurt. And they said, oh yeah, it's in. So a little file, another fire truck, a little file got broken off in my tooth. And she showed me on the x-ray. She's like, yeah, it's normal. It's like, it's not a big deal, but it's there. So it's like a little piece of file. They're very small.
What?
They're very small because you have to get everything out.
A tool that they used?
Yeah, you have to get everything out of the tooth.
I know.
You can't leave anything in. So, yeah, a little piece of the file she showed me on the x-ray, just a little sliver. I was like, oh, cool, I have a tool in my tooth. Forever. It's just forever there. So you don't you haven't taken your kids?
No, they've gone.
Okay, so you take them, but why don't you get...
I think because Travis had taken them because they were always going in the morning and I was always working. So I guess I should go. I need to probably do that.
They are nice teeth, though. They don't smell.
Okay.
They're not yellow.
But they look okay. I mean, just because they look okay doesn't mean anything.
Oh, that's true. Who knows what's going on in that mouth?
Yeah.
Another universe of bacteria.
Another. Get struck by lightning in my tooth. And then...
You get the...
then here comes the Renaissance.
You go get the teeth cleaned and you destroy that universe. It's a universe-ending event. Or maybe not ending, but it wipes out most of the life. No!
An apocalypse.
Yeah, going to the dentist. I think about things like that quite often.
Yeah.
The bacteria world and how everything is a universe to them and how you could end it.
But, I mean, how conscious are they?
They're not. Ants, too. Ant hills. Like, they built this thing and you can just go with your foot and destroy their whole world.
Yes, they're babies. You see, like, their little larvae sometimes.
You just went and destroyed it. What if someone did that? Came and stepped on our cities.
That's what we would be. That's the theory about aliens. If they ever came, they would be for them to be able to find us and come to us. We would be insignificant little things like ants. Like, wow, look at these humans. They've done so much. We'll get them out of here because we need this thing.
Yeah. Smash their cities. Watch them scramble, run around with the little larva babies.
How do you feel about your nails? What do you do with your nails?
That's one thing. I cut them very often, at least once a week. That's a feeling too. I don't like them long at all. I don't know how you keep longer nails.
I don't like when they're too long. They're not too long right now.
They're not too long, but I can see the darker white part.
Yeah.
On the top. That's.
But on a woman?
No, it doesn't. that noise.
For you.
That noise was the feeling. If mine were that long, I cannot stand it. No, look wise, it's fine.
I do not like it when men have nails that you can see.
Well, I think that's an outdated view of the world, Autumn. Men should be able to have long nails if they like, and they should paint their nails.
That's different.
Manicures.
Manicure.
Men get manicures.
Yeah, if your nails look nice. But if you just have nails that are they look just like you need to trim them, they're too long. No, yours look nice. Yours are very nice.
Yeah, look at that. No ridges on them. Nice cuticles.
Yeah. You don't file them?
No, I don't file them.
You don't buff them or anything?
I don't do anything to them.
They're really shiny.
Well, thank you. I don't
be a hand model.
I think I use my nails to justify my health. I was like, as bad as I think things are, they're not, because the nails would surely show that things are wrong, and they grow nicely, and they don't have white spots or ridges.
Yeah. Man, mine, I'm really into cleaning underneath my nails, too. I have this tool that I've always used. I love it. It's really just a cuticle, like, cutter thing, but I use it to trim the nails. I cut all the kids' nails with this thing because the nail clipper, I think, is so harsh and like it makes your nail have to go flat before it snaps it, and I don't like that. This is nice and curved.
That is nice. I bet if you went and got it professionally done, that's what they would use. Other than
no, they file them.
Oh, they just file them down.
Yeah, which I don't like. I don't like to file my nails.
What do they do with all that dust?
Oh, yeah. That's why those people have those masks.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to breathe in people's nail dust all day.
They have nail lung.
They have a canary in the shop. The canary dies.
Fucking dead with all the
too much nail dust.
Yeah.
The canary's dead. Get out of here. Canary in the nail salon. Do you get
overall, I feel like I'm pretty...
I think what we established is we're disgusting animals with this show.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a clean enough person.
Yeah, I would agree.
I feel like I'm leaning more to the human being side versus I'm going to erase everything from my body. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I like that better.
And I think that's a fine way to go. Really, if you don't smell. And the only reason you shouldn't smell is because you should think of other people. Other people shouldn't be subject to your stench. That's the line. That's the line, really. If you don't look great, people don't like your greasy hair, so what? It's not really hurting their life.
Yeah.
But if you have that emanating stench, I think, there it is. That's this whole thing is drawn that conclusion. How much hygiene should you partake in? What's good hygiene? Do you smell? No. All right, you're fine.
Yeah. And that has to do with your mouth, too. Like how your teeth, if you've got halitosis.
Breathe on me.
You know you have halitosis, right? People aren't just walking around with halitosis not realizing that they have disgusting smelling mouth, right?
People say you can't smell your own breath, but you can. And there have been points I've awakened in the morning, and I know, that is disgusting.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that these people have to know. Ugh. And that's just result of many things.
Yeah.
Just neglecting your mouth completely.
Yeah, there's probably blood on their pillow.
Steal that pillowcase.
Yeah, this one's bloody.
Bloody. Breathe on me with your halitosis.
Oh, do you think that's a fetish?
Shudder. People are into all kinds of things. Fetishes. That's what we should do a show on fetishes. Look up the strangest ones. I like women with nasty breath, rotting teeth to breathe on me.
Spit your teeth out on me.
Meth mouth.
Yeah.
That's my ultimate goal is to find a woman with meth mouth who's on her period.
Oh my God. Is she on meth too?
Yes. She has the meth mouth. She has the meth mouth. And I don't mean that as an insult. The period comment. I was just thinking, when you're wearing the underwear during the period and you haven't washed, that's probably what a person would like to smell.
Oh yeah, underwear is every day.
Sorry if I offended anyone. I'm very accepting of the period.
No one's offended.
I think about how difficult it is to be a woman. When you were talking about it earlier and you get home and you're losing your mind at the house because your hormones and
I know.
I respect it, Autumn. I look at that and I say, wow, I'm glad I don't have to go through that. But I can look at that and appreciate the struggle. Only in theory, because I don't know what it's like.
Yeah, it's annoying.
So anyway, I think I covered myself there for making that crude comment that was just offhand and meant to offend no one.
No, it was, I feel like you were just trying to paint the picture of this meth person.
That's what I was doing. But in doing that, I shouldn't have, said that the period is... All right.
Not only was she on meth, she had her period.
And even people who are on meth, I feel for them. I do. It's like it's an awful drug to be addicted to.
Yeah.
There's things that come with it, like a meth mouth. And then there's a weirdo who would want to...
Oh, just relax. It's okay.
There's no getting out of this one. Boycott that show. Boycott! One topic, boycott it.
Your old girlfriend's listening, and she'll definitely boycott it because of that.
It's done. We're going to be slammed on social media.
Mm-hmm. One less listener.
Listen to these closed-minded... This is what's wrong with today's world, these two.
Yep. She's shook.
Yeah, you're going to... Because you didn't reprimand me for it, then...
Oh, then I'm part of the problem.
I'm a good person. Well, thanks for listening to this episode of One Topic. I still have nothing to promote. We haven't even done that other podcast I'm on, The Usual Rejects. One of the guys is in a show, and he's been very busy because he's acting in this play, and we haven't done a new episode, so I can't even promote that.
You did seem like a different person when I listened to it.
I seemed like a different person?
Yeah.
In what way?
You were way more, energetic seeming. Not like you're not now, but just more like a peppier or something.
Possibly. I feel like when we do our show, there's times I'm peppier and times I'm lower in energy. But I don't know, on Eric's show, it's like, hey, just here to say a few things. I'm also
that's your role too.
I'm also presented as a misanthrope, so maybe I'll play that up a bit.
Right.
Yeah. Know my role. It's all acting.
Yeah. Stay in your lane, Greg.
So, Autumn, where can people find you?
You can find me everywhere on social media at AutoPritz, Pritts. You can find our podcast, One Topic, on Podbean and Stitcher and and Spotify.
And iTunes.
And iTunes.
And rate and review.
Rate and review and subscribe. Download our podcast, please. Please download it.
If you don't, Autumn will never stop speaking like that.
Okay.
And that is what we present to you. You want Autumn to stop?
Don't you want me to stop talking this way? You better download and subscribe.
Please make it stop.
Okay, bye-bye.